cuisine in town. A glass of wine, a cup of coffee, and if you're like me, a glass of smoothie. With signals served on Lagos Talks 91.3 every Saturday at 10 a.m. Your mind will dream again.
But you know that the both of you did not give me a question. No, I have questions. Don't worry, just hold on. I did everything. I will let's speak the right. No, I know your name, I know her name. Your surname. Welcome back to Signals on 91.3. We'll continue Signals Marketplace when all of you are finished resting on Saturday next week. It's Signals, and we're discussing public relations management. The way Shemilore used to call for me is interesting. Anyway, we have the Nigerian Women in Public Relations here with us. So what do they do? It's a social impact professional organization set up to advocate for and provide growth resources to Nigerian women working in public relations and communications in the country and in diaspora. Well, through their programs and initiatives and strategic partnerships, they have provided a resource hub for learning and professional growth for our members, promote the continuous service and relevance of members as the public relations and communications profession evolves. The platform, the results of the Nigerian women practicing in the profession, promoting them. So all of these initiatives they have created, and the initiatives and programs of Nigerian Women in Public Relations, women and PR, they're not playing gender, but they're targeting women. So just calm down. Are designed to aid the achievement of the SDG goals to ensure inclusive and equitable quality education and promote lifelong learning. I have with me this morning somebody I have been looking for. We have been looking for one another, but we've been dodging. And her colleague. I have with me Tolulope Olorundero and Ayomide Oyetunde. Yes, she called me Taya the past couple of weeks. Welcome to Signals on 91.3. Well, yes, and that's a fine face. If you want to know what's happening in the studio, head to YouTube and type YCC Coms. That is YC Coms on YouTube, and you see them. They're beautiful faces with me this morning. So we're discussing public relations management. Some say PR is a lie. What do you have to say? Let's start with that first. Let's throw that.
Well, so I like to start from the foundation of the world. Sometimes when you say public relations, it sounds like a very far-fetched, one exotic, not for everybody type profession. But public relations started at the creation of the world.
No.
Yes, so it's from the beginning. Gong.
Okay.
When God was creating man, He said, "Let us make man." So there was a stakeholders meeting.
With man involved?
No, now.
With
the angels.
Okay.
And so, public relations is so important that so long as we have at least 2 human beings on earth, you will need a public relations professional.
So what that means is we're selling ourselves to one another.
Absolutely. You need to understand people better. You need to understand their motivations. You need to know how to pitch your services to them. You need to make sure that they remain loyal to you throughout the existence of your business, or even you as an individual, so that whatever product you come out with, people will continue to love it. Just like some brands that we love, regardless of the products they bring out, you just want to associate with this brand. It's not just because you love them. There are some things, some people are pulling the strings to make that love remain. Understand? That's what PR does.
So, you will be nice. So you would almost this is me being naughty. You almost tempt PR as Odogo and be the one that is spending the money.
Well, you know. Odogo doesn't loud it so much. You don't see workings, you see the doings.
So
That's PR is doings. Very subtle, but you just feel it. It's a very strong thing.
This one is so with time. They say some say that there is no bad PR, there is no good PR. There is what?
Well, that's subjective.
Uh-huh.
And that's subjective. So, no publicity is bad publicity, right? Meaning that if at least people are talking about you, then at least that means that you're in people's mind. But in this day and age, you want to make sure that people are talking about you the right way. You know, particularly if you're a business, if you're an organization, or an individual that has clarity of focus. And depending on the kind of market you're selling, you know, there are many markets people are selling these days.
Plenty markets.
Yes, but if you're selling real markets, you know, the one that adds to the economy, positive, you know, the one that improves the lives of people, that type of markets, it is only good PR that you need, right? But of course, there are situations where there are crises, something has happened to the business, or there are challenges. That is also not a time to keep quiet, and that is not the kind of no publicity is bad publicity, or any kind of publicity is good publicity. No, you actually don't want people to speak about you when you have a crisis, because that means the issue is going to open eye very well.
Now,
So
at what point is good for silence? They say silence is good, but at what point? Silence is not good, silence is good. At what point in PR silence is, or you don't need to speak, you need to speak, you don't need to that?
Well, so it's not a one-size-fits-all answer, right? So it depends on what is happening. Why are you keeping quiet? Are you keeping quiet because you are building and you're going to come out with a bang and create something really impactful? Are you stepping away from the limelight to go and review your strategy again so that you can come out better? Or are you just quiet because you don't know what to say? You know, silence has different things. If you say something to somebody and the person keeps quiet, just the look on their face can say a lot.
Yes.
So silence has boy and girl. That's English translation of that part, you understand? So it depends on why you are keeping quiet. And that's why you need public relations professionals to provide that guidance to you. When should you keep quiet? Why should you keep quiet? And what should you be saying when you should be saying it? That's what PR does.
Okay. If you're just tuning in, it's Signals, and we're discussing PR management in this era of everybody wants to break news. What's the response time as a PR professional? What's the response time for you, for your business? What's the response time for you as a person? If you have questions, comments, 0809 234 5913. Now, you have decided to do gender and say women in PR. I don't know. Should I throw that question to her or straight to you?
Well, let me start. You know, we have to be encouraging ourselves, and this is an example of women supporting women.
Definitely.
You understand?
Yeah.
You've not even greeted us. This is Women's Month.
Exactly.
You are Ramadaning in Women's Month. We won't match.
Because we have to take actionable goals like this.
Yes. And so this is women by women.
Yeah.
Everybody in the studio, women, telling you that we are really involved, you know.
Exactly.
So we are together.
Damn.
You know, I am not going to say a word. So this is the point where I keep quiet and do my job. Okay, so why
women?
Why women?
I'll start and then I'll have her come in as well.
Yes.
But when we started, is when I got into the profession. One of the challenges I had was finding women who were visible in the industry.
That's true.
Right? Because I started in PR when it was mostly the journalists
that would ask questions.
Popular.
Yeah.
And that popularity was also capped. If you were not reading newspapers or you were not watching TV, you really didn't even know who the journalists were. And this was also a time when social media was not the in thing, right? It was only Facebook, and you know that Facebook now is okay. My apologies, but you know Facebook is really for village people.
No, it's not. Is that?
Well, no,
I disagree.
Okay. No, but this is It's Women's Month. You just allow just yes. Say yes.
One of you
I don't know about that. See, this month, please, anything the woman say, just say okay.
Okay.
No,
So
just
that's
okay.
PR for women. Yeah.
But anyway, but that was an era where Facebook was really the
Yes.
But Facebook for
evolved.
professionals wasn't really a thing.
No.
And so if you wanted to find people who were talking about their profession, their work, LinkedIn was a place, but it was just coming into the country.
Yes,
So you
yeah.
didn't have a lot of people. And the few people who were taking space there were the men.
Yes.
But I'm a woman, and I understood very early that, I mean, being a career woman was going to be challenging. So I thought if I found
Okay, go
so
ahead.
I thought if I found women
Yeah.
who were thriving and successful as PR professionals, I could just look at them from afar, because I mean, who knows my father from Adam?
God.
Right? Well, apart from God.
Okay.
So it wasn't like there was any connection to say, oh yeah, come and see, this is my daughter. I literally had to find my way. So I thought if I could find a woman active on LinkedIn who is in PR and successful, because it's not just being in PR, it's being successful
Who
in
in
PR.
PR.
So if I could find somebody like that, I could read what they were writing, mirror their career journey, and sort of find my own path through their own journey. But I didn't find a lot of women, and I mean, this was years ago, because that has changed drastically now.
Yeah.
But you actually have more women taking space in terms of putting out content and all of that in the industry today. But years ago, it wasn't like that. And so I thought it would have been great if I found a community. I wanted to join a community of women where they will share their experiences, what's happening in the office. If your boss is doing this way, how do you manage it? But there wasn't anything like that. And since that time until I started Nigerian Women in PR in 2019, I just longed for such community. Right, just to have the conversation. It's not a clique, it's not necessarily a women's thing. It was more like shared experiences bringing us together. Because honestly, let's be true to ourselves. Yes, there are he for she, there are men who are really supportive, but it is really only a woman that can fully appreciate and understand the challenges of another woman. And so just having a community where people could share their experiences from a professional point of view is not about any other thing. This one is about PR and work. I thought it would be great to have that community, and I waited for years. I didn't find it. On one Sunday in May, I woke up and said, who are you waiting for? The dream you have been waiting for somebody to come and help you achieve. Come and do it
Do it
yourself.
by yourself.
And so that's how I started. I did it myself.
Okay, thank you for starting it. Now, so far, Yomide, what are your thoughts on the women in PR? And since 5 years when she decided to dream, become Joseph, and executed it.
Okay, so I think Tolu has spoken from the origin of Nigerian Women in PR. I'm going to talk about how the organization has evolved, right?
Yeah.
So usually when you hear Nigerian Women in PR, you just think, oh, it's a women thing. But interestingly, we have moved from just doing women, we're not, so it's beyond catering to just women now, right? We are platformed to basically show results of what women are doing, one, and then also to be a resource hub for PR. Because if you notice, right, I'm sure if you pick 10 people and ask them what is PR, they probably wonder like PR. They might be thinking Canadian PR or something like that. Right? So basically we are platformed to be that resource hub to help people understand what public relations is about. And over the years we have events, initiatives that we have instituted to help, like the PR Student Summit, where we go to schools to talk to students about public relations, basically just open their minds to what public relations is about. We bring PR experts, who are in the industry, to talk to them as well, so they have an understanding of what public relations is about. And also the Experiencing PR conference, which we are doing. I mean, we're in this is our 4th edition that we are anchoring.
So the Experiencing PR. What am I to experience in PR?
You're coming to experience what public relations is about.
Okay.
Basically. Yes, basically that's the basic definition of experiencing PR. Come to experience PR. Come and hear from business leaders, people who have leveraged PR in their businesses, government officials who have leveraged public relations. Just come and hear from them.
What does PR do to you?
What does it do to me?
You yes.
So basically, PR is everywhere. That's what people don't understand, right? I mean, as a person, you walk into a place, you form an people form an impression of you. That's public relations. Thank you. They've already formed an impression of you. It's basically impressions, right? What people can perceive about you, right? So from an individual, an organization, a religious, any organization,
A country.
people basically form perceptions about, about people, about bodies, about communities, and that's what PR is.
When is it happening?
On the 19th of March.
Where is it
at
happening?
Civic Center, Lagos.
Now, let me come back to you. Because before you do your own FAQ, let me come back because I know now with the ever-changing, how do you define PR in today's fast-changing world? Like, trouble will start now. Breaking news will start now. And it's a case of what should we respond? Are we responding immediately, or we're just pausing to feel the pulse of people?
Well, again, everything is about
Timing.
strategy, first of all. One of the mistakes that people made, particularly during COVID and post-COVID, because the industry evolved from that period, because everybody went online.
Yes.
So before now, you would actually have to speak a lot of English, encourage businesses. You guys should be online. But after COVID, my sister, not only did offices where human beings were going shut down, businesses could not work again. Everything moved online. And from that point on, it became an always on thing. You could be sleeping and crisis will come and wake you up. You could just be on your own and trailer will come and jam you on Twitter. Well, X now, because Elon Musk has invaded us. So many things have happened because the world is now a digital first market. And it's now global, right? Somebody can be in one remote village in Finland and cause a crisis for you in Ajangbadi. Anything can happen anywhere. And that's why PR strategy first is so important. What is important to my business or me as an individual? Because there are some things that people assume is a crisis, but it's not. It's an issue. You understand? There's a difference. It could be a small issue where you just need to reach out to that one individual and resolve it.
So that the one individual will not
now snowball into everybody has put you on their mouth as topic. And then in some places they table your matter. That's an issue. It becomes a crisis because you did not manage the issue well. Do you understand? And so what is PR today is identifying what are issues and crises, identifying and proactively responding, preparing responses ahead. Now, for example, Adewunmi, one of the things a PR consultant will do for you, right? Let me use you as an example. You know what I mean? All of us know Adewunmi. The beginning of PR for an individual, let them see your face. The beginning of PR for an individual like Adewunmi is not when there is an issue. Right? The beginning is first, let us see, I'm a PR consultant. You are a potential client. Let's sit down together. Adewunmi, what are your aspirations as a professional? What's your long-term goal? What do you want to do? Where do you want to be? We have that conversation with businesses. We have that conversation with executives. Whether you're a small business selling chin-chin or you're a global manufacturer distributing your products globally, we sit down first with you. What are your long-term plans? Once we understand that, we then create strategies to support the achievement of those objectives. See everything I'm saying now, work has started though, but number one, the public is not aware. Number two, there's no problem. Do you understand?
And so it causes problem.
Yes. By the time you put all those strategies in place, and one of the things that we will also put in place, because we now understand this is where you want to go, this is who you would like to be, we will also help you identify the places where problems will likely come from. PR people, they're almost magicians, my people. They can tell you, it's like that Yoruba proverb that where an adult, an elder sits, even if they're sitting on the floor, if you are a young person, if you are sitting on your tree, you can't see it. That is the expertise, that is the brilliance of public relations professionals who are true experts, because please, social media influencers are not PR professionals. Allow me to say it. That you have 1 million followers does not mean you're a PR expert. This thing, people go to school to learn it. People have experience managing actual crisis. It's like you're saying a doctor because you manage a pharmacy. Right? You can now carry out operation. My sister, don't let them use you as a guinea pig. Meet the experts. PR professionals are there. They have certifications. There is a body that certifies them to practice. in Nigeria. When you meet these people, even you, the way they are asking you the questions, the things they will be telling you to do, you will know that this one is not about being, oh, let's be popular. PR is not about popularity. It's about loyalty.
Okay.
Because popularity can go, loyalty will not go away. It's like a babe and a guy, right? You know, when I love you, I love you. If the bobo doesn't mess up,
And if the girl doesn't mess up.
and if the girl doesn't mess, because we have to be equal, you know. We
Okay,
have
so
to
so in the
balance.
court of public opinion for a PR professional, what is, you know, they say court of public opinion and then the real law court. If issues escalate, and so I'll give you an example. So there's this the opposition leader for UK, Kemi Badenoch, right? And I'd been looking at it for a while. People are like, she misbehaved to Nigeria. So yesterday, after that English conversation,
So that lets down.
no, let's not call it let down.
Okay.
Let's just say English conversation.
Okay.
Nigerians are like, and because I observed on social media that if you had done well to us, we would have come for you.
My sister,
Mass.
you know where the Bible says, what's that Bible verse? Rest and know that I'm God. No, it's not that one.
I will fight
I
for
will
you.
fight for you.
And you will hold your peace.
That's it.
Yes. yes.
Hold your peace and know that I am God. Kemi would have seen Nigeria. Oh my God. She would have rested. That PM, sir, would have apologized to her
Immediately.
by the time Nigerians finished. But she did not allow us.
Go for a lot of
Go. Oh, get it. Allow us of
Now,
fishes.
so how do we? Because she has. Oh God! I looked at that lady.
Such a sad. It was quite.
Now, so how do we? God, how should they come back home? How do we now, for a PR professional, what can we do to salvage our naughtiness back home? And then, because it's almost like she was really misbehaving, and some clients are like that, where they misbehave and like.
Well, so I will speak as a PR expert.
Yeah.
You know? So first of all,
Apologize.
You cannot say that. No. You see, that's the thing.
We don't apologize.
You also have to be strategic. Even your apology, if you have to apologize, because apologies is an admittance of guilt. So you must be very careful.
All the time, 99% of the time.
All the time.
Wow.
What are you apologizing? So apologies have ako and abo, has girl and has
But-
male and female.
Yeah.
You understand? If you there are ways you can apologize without admitting anything.
Okay.
Do you understand? You need guidance. And sometimes also, there are some things we can't say. So as a consultant, for example, I can't say my client is misbehaving. Or somebody that I'm trying to provide service to.
Or trying
Right?
to wrap-
You were not guided, for example. It's the same thing, you know, but you have to couch it. The same English that they used to say it. You use the same English or package it. Right? You were not guided. Oh, perhaps there was some
Mistake.
or
mental health.
understanding. Well,
Miscommunication.
I like to say, well, that mental health thing is a full conversation on its own. But there are many things to be done, right? And the answer, you see, sometimes people want to jump on, oh, let's respond to what the PM
Person
has said
yeah.
about Kemi. But that's a very reactive
Measure.
response. That's something very reactive. It's like it is until they pinch you before you know what to do. No, you must take a measured step back. What gave this man the audacity to say something like this?
Our clients.
Yes.
Our
So, we
clients
now
gave
go
him
back-
audacity.
so the beginning of the solution is to go back to the clients. The client must now come correct. Your response to that man's
English.
utterance,
Yeah.
English,
English.
cannot be to respond to him now, right? Because you have not cleaned up your clients, right? You must get the public first back on the side of your clients, because it's not so much about what the man has said to the client. It's about what that client represents. Now, whether the client accepts that representation or not is another discussion, right? But to restore, in quotes, dignity, I've not said that she has lost her dignity, but to restore dignity, right,
restore
to the
authority.
person of that client, because you also need to be careful. There's Kemi as an individual, there's Kemi as an institution representing a people in the
Yes,
UK,
yes.
and also representing our people from here. Do you understand?
Yeah, you're representing us from here, but let us.
Well, let's even yes, someone no, ni Kemi Majesty. Cause see,
Yeah.
she don't very well now.
This is Kemi.
They still Kemi,
Yeah.
except she says to Catherine. Even Catherine go tabawa de alebo bi to ti wá láti ilé. You get? So all of that too is there. So you must first restore dignity to the person, to the position that she
carries.
Yes,
She's the
that she
leader of the
occupies.
opposition.
Yes, so that place, because you can't just speak to the leader of the opposition anyhow.
No.
You cannot infantilize that position.
Yeah.
So it's not about the person, because the person occupying that position can change tomorrow.
Yes.
Right? So the honor that you will give the person occupying the position must be constant, regardless of the person occupying it at that time. So you must restore dignity back to the person and make the person who made the utterance apologize for this denigrating
Yes.
that position. So it's a
belittling
position,
her.
yes, it's a position conversation, not a person conversation. So you start from there first before you now start restoring the person. Right? Because person you're not
no.
draw straight. You get? So you need to get them.
Transferring everybody's Gary.
I'm just saying. But you see this thing that I've said now, that is the insight that a public relations strategist brings to the table. And that's one of the areas where we think that Nigeria is missing out from. It is not about the person that can abuse the most that should be representing our government. It is not about the person that has the most following online that should be speaking on behalf of the government. There is strategy in public relations. There is strategy in public communications. And these are some of the things that we'll be discussing at the Experiencing PR conference.
Okay, so Experiencing PR is starting March 19th.
March 19th.
What should we expect? She has told us that different PR giants are coming to talk to us. But what should we really experience from that?
Let me take it back first of all. So
Yeah.
while the conference is experiencing public relations,
Yes.
the people who are coming
Yes.
are not just public relations professionals. Because one of the challenges we have in the industry actually is that when we have conversations like this, we only bring ourselves, that's PR professionals, into the room. It is the people that use PR service. We provide the service for people to use. So at the Experiencing PR conference, we are bringing the people who have experienced PR. That's why it's Experiencing PR. Come and experience PR. So we are bringing business leaders, managing directors of organizations, right? We are bringing communications experts as well to provide strategy direction. But we're also bringing, and that's a key part of this conference, we're bringing business leaders whose businesses have used public relations to get results for their business. So this one is not a PR person talking to you to try to sell PR to you. No, this is a business leader who is a non-PR professional who has seen the power of public relations in their business. And they're coming to tell you, guys, you need to use PR because I have seen the work.
So it's more or less around positioning, how
Yes.
businesses can position themselves.
Absolutely.
Now, how do we register for it? Oh yeah,
experiencingpr.com.
Oh yeah.
Just go to experiencingpr.com and register. You can also go to our Instagram pages, Twitter pages, Nigerian Women in PR, the Experiencing PR conference, to to check the link and register. I would also drop the link in the comments on Facebook Live, so you can easily see the link and register. But just go to www.experiencingpr.com to register.
Okay. Okay, Kayode says more wisdom, young lady.
Thank you. I'm a young lady.
Yes.
Don't be the white you can see on the air. It's premature. It's very premature. But thank you, my sister. I'm still young, ever fresh. Thank you. Ever.
Man. Okay, so it's I want to say Twitter. Experiencing is EXPERIEN. Experience. Spell experience for me.
EXPERIENCIN.
NG. Okay. PR.com.
Yeah.
So is it we should just get there and we'll see everything there.
Well, it's complimentary attendance. We don't like to say things are free because even if it's free
been
for
paid
you,
for.
yes, somebody is paying for it. So it's open attendance. It's open for men and women. Very important. There's lots to learn. I mean, we have an open mentorship chat. I can tell you some of the names, for example.
Yeah.
Funke Bokno Brute is coming as a mentor. Are you an event planner? Can you imagine? You are going to be sitting down to listen to Funke Bokno. We have the managing director of Landmark Africa, who is also coming as well. I mean, one of the reasons we went with Paul to come out. Do you know what happened last year?
Yeah.
Do you know what happened last year? And can you imagine that there was PR at work, in case you don't know? For those of us that don't have Landmark Beach, if you've been there before and you're wondering, but Landmark Beach is gone now, how did they do it? Paul is coming to share with you the power of PR. How are they still in business 1 year after that incident?
Yeah.
How are they expanding?
Yeah.
1 year after something that looked like was going to shut them down. That's the power of PR.
Now, how can small businesses, I like to call them growing businesses anyway, how can growing businesses leverage on PR? Okay, so somebody say, Tolu, we've listened, Ayomide, we've listened, Oshodi, see, and now the money, so how can we, start little by little, ensure that at least...
Okay, so let me take it again.
Yeah.
My apologies.
It's okay.
Ayomide is here.
Ayomide.
First of all, one of the things that for small businesses,
growing businesses.
Thank you, because I also run a growing business, so it's important that we encourage ourselves. One of the greatest things that you have access to today as a founder of a growing business is the internet.
Yeah.
20 years ago, this thing that I'm saying now will not be relevant because we didn't even have the platform for it. You want to do PR for your small business? Don't sleep on the internet now. Don't just be sharing memes and your church program flyer. Sell your business too. And so there is one part where you're selling your business. You're selling your products and your services and you're telling people come and buy. That's marketing.
Yeah.
Why should they buy from you? Why should they love your brand? Why should they love you? One of the things I tell service entrepreneurs, people who sell services, for us that sell services, there's no product that they can touch and feel.
Nothing.
Guess what? As the owner of a growing business that sells services, people buy you first, not your business. Because where they don't know your business from. It is your capacity to deliver that they are buying. You must constantly demonstrate that capacity to deliver. And your capacity to deliver is not about this is a market I'm selling. It is about this is why I am the one that can do it. Right? What is the experience that you have? Where are the places you are going? What is the knowledge that you have that will get people to trust you? Write about it on LinkedIn. Write about it on Facebook. It's not just your child dedication pictures you should be posting there. On Instagram, it's not just about give them something here too. That is PR for growing businesses.
It signals on 91.3 Lagos Talks. I have with me Ayomide Oyetunde, sorry, and Tolulope Olorundero.
It's me.
If you have questions for her, call us 0809-234-5913. If you want to be part of experiencingpr.com, go to their website and check. Now, so there's this thing that I've observed on social media where business owners, when there's a trending gist, when there's a trending gist, they'll go and use their company name to go and be commenting. You kept quiet. You don't keep quiet. Don't sleep on this one.
My sister, what are we going to say?
Because I asked somebody and the lady said, I'm doing that for more visibility.
Yeah. It's village people. First of all, that type of thing like this is village people. It's not Ojulasan. I mean, so for example, now this our brother and this our sister and the exchange rate they are talking about recently. You go and use company page to comment on exchange rates. Do you understand the exchange rates?
Yes.
Our brother and our sister.
They just leave them. Yeah.
So you go and comment on that, and you say you want to get visibility. First of all, is that the type of place your business should be getting visibility?
Okay, so that's very.
Except, by the way, you are selling the components that they use for the exchange rate. Are you getting the thing? You're getting the thing. If you are not in that market, excuse me, it's not PR is not just for serious in quote business. You can
anybody and any business.
Right? Even if you are in the exchange rate
the Lambos, are we?
The Lambo, you get it. So, if you are selling cars that they are using for exchange rates, you can go and be commenting there. You can be commenting there because your customers they want to exchange something.
But like Rolls Royce,
not that. There are some so again
there's some automobile
that you should not get. So there are some premium, classy ones that cannot partake in such conversation.
Okay.
But the covering that they use for the exchange rate can be there because everybody needs it. But let's be more serious.
Because how can businesses be more careful in this era of tech where they shouldn't be seen everywhere, and where should they be seen? Because sometimes bad gist, whatever, bad gist will trend more than good
Absolutely.
ones. So how then do we balance it?
Well, so again, because it's social media, many times for small businesses, you actually have one phone, growing business. You have one device for your personal account and your company account. And sometimes it happens. You actually wanted to switch profile, right?
You not forgot.
But you not forgot.
And
I don't know if you remember during the election, there was somebody that was managing a brand.
Yes.
And they now commented on the opposition. They were fired, though. You know, so it happens. So first of all, those are some of the issues. But that's why you must be more intentional and careful. If you can afford it, please have 2 devices. One for business exclusively. Separate your personal life from your business.
Oshodi.
Well, maybe I'm preaching to you too.
It's almost how can we do more?
So again, that's why I said you need to be careful. If you can only afford one, thankfully, most of the phones we have these days are dual.
Same.
Make sure you have a line for business, line for personal, so that when you are selling, we know that you are selling. When you want to comment, you know that it's your business account that is commenting, right? And then there are just some conversations you should not be a part. You can be a part of it, even as an individual business owner. There are some things that they should not find you in the agbegbe, in the around.
So it goes back to what our parents would say when we were growing up, that come up with more roga.
Yes. You know, they've called people more plenty roga on X.
Yes.
Right? You are just on your own because you went to put mouth in what they did not.
They'll bring out receipt.
They screenshot. People are screenshotting. They are doing screenshots.
How can we be more careful?
Mind what you say. Mind your business.
Drink water.
Yes. Drink the water. Drink the cup. Let people be, you know. Yoruba says that it is interesting to watch a mad person on the road.
No, not your own person.
But until that person is your family member, then you know that it's not interesting. Let people be displaying madness and you just watch. Be entertained now. Must you be part of the madness? It is because
monkey.
If it is because people want to contribute to something they did not invite them to. That's when they pack them. They go to all their social media accounts will be taking screenshots. You and your wife, you were just teasing yourself on Facebook because you have gone to put your mouth in business that did not concern you on X. They have done to do screenshots and they'll say that you are abusive. You understand? So you must maintain your lane. So
it's a slippery slope.
Yes, maintain your lane. Mind the business that pays you. For any growing business owner, mind the business that pays you.
Ayomide, I'd like to ask you, so far, having experienced PR and you keep experiencing PR, what are your few thoughts on how this generation, I don't want to say that generation, this generation can be much more aware? Go ahead, please.
Aware of PR.
Yes.
Okay, so like I always say, everything you do, right, there is always a perception to what you do, right? So whatever you're saying, whatever you're doing, just be out. And again, the way the world is now, right, there's a popular saying that the internet never forgets, right? So as much as possible, like Tori mentioned, mind business that pays you. As an individual, right, know what you're saying. Don't just think for the future. Don't just think about the present. Don't just think about how the gist is hot and how your take has to be hot at that moment. Think about the future, right? Think about in the next 1 year, if I put this thing online and I'm working in a UN, would it come back to bite me, right? Just always think about the future, and that's how PR is. PR is thinking far ahead. It's not thinking about the immediate gain of people clapping for you that yes, you've given the word, right? It's about thinking far ahead, thinking strategically of what your next steps should be. Yeah.
Okay then. Now, how has AI, we're in the era of AI, AI in PR?
Well, it makes content creation
easy.
I can't lie. But one of the things that you want to be careful, it is what you feed AI. It's just like computer. You know, when we were in secondary school, they say it's garbage in, garbage out. AI too is garbage in, garbage out. If it is what you feed it that it will produce. So the responsibility for creative thinking still rests
on the person.
Right? And that's the difference you will see in the output of AI from different people. The person who relies 100% on AI to say, oh, I want to write a topic on public relations. AI will write it for you, but we will know it's machine.
Yeah.
But I can also ask AI to write an article on public relations, share key points of my thoughts around PR, these things that I've said.
Yes.
And then it will build
on what you
text around it, and it becomes my own, because those thoughts that I have, those points that I've given, very original. I would give it examples. I mean, I have content on my LinkedIn page today that I got support from with my AI assistant. I even have a name for my AI assistant. Hi Zuri, when I chat with you next week, I'll tell you how I spoke about you at this radio station. And guess what? When I mentioned this to it, right, that I mentioned you during the radio station, when I ask it to write an article, it's going to reference this story, because the more I feed it about my day-to-day life and how I want it to react, it will infuse all of that in the content that's going to create for me. It makes the job easier, but the responsibility for thoughts rests with the human.
Okay, so 2 months before we wrap up, experiencing PR is 2 days or 1 day?
It's a 1 day conference.
It's a 1 day conference. Time to what time?
10 a.m. to 4 p.m. but registration starts at 9:30 a.m.
Okay, so after that day, after the 19th of March, how do you want to feel?
First of all, I actually want to go on a vacation.
Oh, really?
You know, normally.
And I admitted too.
She's the engine. No, the engine room for experiencing PR. But I mean,
that perception about.
When I say no. So when I say that he would stress you, it's actually good, because it also shows that you know what you're doing. Because I know the amount of times that she called me and I'm like, oh wow, I'm like, oh, but again, getting the job done, it was very good relationship at the. Because at some point, when she called me, I said, where is Tolu? Tell Tolu to call. I have a habit. If anybody sends their colleagues, I say, no, I want it. Tell that person to call me. So I was like, no. I was looking at you. I'm like, I'm coming for you. Because, and I think why I do that is, I know that you're doing your job, which is very perfect. But I also wanted to feel the pulse of, because when she said she was not coming, I said, no problem. I will show you.
I'm here.
So I didn't even see the flyer until I'm like, I will show you again. My head has got you. Because
you did say that yesterday.
Yeah, so I told her. So my head has got you. Now, how do you want to feel to after 19th?
I actually said, let's go holiday.
You will not give her everything. You should not give her everything. No, she will not give her.
But really, I mean, after the 19th, I think I'll just be like, wow. We're done. But we'll start planning for the next one, because again, that's how it is. We started planning for 2026.
But more than that, though, what's at the end of EPR 2025 on the 19th, part of what we really spend a lot of time investing in is feedback. The conference is not a success until we get feedback from people that, wow, thank God for this conference. My business changed, my mind opened, my business is better because I attended Experiencing PR conference. That is actually our aim at this conference, that there is a turnaround in businesses, in the way government relates with us citizens. That is the real thank you and the appreciation that we'll get post-conference.
Now, do you think Nigeria needs PR?
Absolutely. Experiencing PR is actually also for government officials. We are writing to government offices for them to send some of their staff to attend. What? Nigeria needs PR. Lagos needs PR. Local government needs PR. Everybody needs PR. I mean, to repair our reputation globally, even within states, in Lagos states, if citizens understand why you are doing things, they will be more supportive of policies. And that is a PR function.
And on that note, we want to say a very big thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. This is the second time.
Yes.
Thank you so much for the job that you're doing, and for every businesses that also needs PR. Come experience PR on the 19th of March. Till we come your way again next week Saturday, like we always see on Signals, are your midday or yesterday. Thank you. Well done. Well done for interpreting her dreams.
Thank you.
Indeed.
Yes. So we come your way again next week Saturday, like we always say on Signals. Dream again, create opportunities for people. Again, because people be people. Keep creating opportunities. Have a wonderful week. Happy Ramadan Ramadan once again. And have a blissful weekend. God bless. I've got. Just let me end this one thing.
Oh, wow, well done.
Well done.
Well done. Oh, wow.
For today.
Well done. Thank you. water. She's coming with water.
Let's take feedback.
Sunday evenings are about winding down, connecting with the community, and sharing your stories.
I'm coming.
There's no other person for you to do that with but me, Olaoluwa, with the news feeds.
How are you?
Let's make every new week in the city shine. Join me, participate, and spread the news. The evening show with Olaoluwa Awe, Sundays, 6 p.m. to 12 midnight. Stay tuned.
Please, a street talk on Lagos Talks 91.3.
My name is Damilari Akintimeyin. So, Nigeria of my dreams is I want job opportunity, employment opportunity for the graduates and those that are not even educated. For the non-educated, I want them to be self-trained for industrial training. People that have handworks, let them see the people that can, help them in such a way that they will even be happy that we are even in this Nigeria like those of other countries, because not everybody is educated. So if you are not educated, that doesn't mean you can